All right, everybody. I bet you thought I forgot about, Budgetsplosion, Budgetstravaganza, whichever one we're calling it this year. And I hadn't. I just didn't take time to get it started because I decided to do other things, because I decided to do those giveaways. I get the blues when the Steam sale goes away, and I bet a lot of you do too. And so, I like giving away a few games that I, pick up here and there. Anyway, also to the guy who sent me some game codes of his own, I'm sorry that I have not gotten to those yet. Working on things. Anyway, so let's get into the Budgetsplosion game here. We've got Alfredo's Sneaky Meal. And this is like what I expected when I was looking at this. I was like, oh, it's giving Hard Hat Mac vibes. It's like, that's what I'm thinking of. Which, if you haven't played Hard Hat Mac, classic platformer, early platformer in the world of gaming, but like really fun. I played it on the Apple IIe. That's how old that game is. But yeah, really enjoyed it because good gameplay is good gameplay. Doesn't matter what you play it on, doesn't matter when the game was made. Anyway, so when I purchased this game, I didn't have extravagant high hopes because it looks like a single platform platformer, standard arcade style game. But I was like, if it's as good as some of the like single screen platformers back in the day, then that's fine with me. That's more than okay, because I'm paying 49 cents for these games in a lot of cases. Well, cheaper than that in a lot of cases. And so yeah, my expectation for this game was that it would be just kind of mindless fun, like something that you'd pump a few quarters into and then be like, okay, like that was my expectation. It was not, that was not met. I'm sorry to tell you, because this game, like, you've seen the footage by now. You are a chef in a restaurant, which, like, I love me a good chef in a restaurant platformer. I mean, come on. Burger Town, yes, absolutely. Panic Restaurant, oh yeah, totally. And Pizza Tower, yeah, you got it. Like, abso-freaking-lutely. For most games that are, platformers involving man in chef hat, like, yes, definitely. Now, there's something really, really annoying about this game that I just have to get off my chest early, which is that, like, it doesn't let you get better at the game. That is one of my least favorite things. Like, when I do the Budgetsplosions, you will find out, some of my pet peeves game-wise, things that I don't like in a game. And one of the things I don't like in a game is if the game doesn't teach you to play the game, and if the game doesn't help you get better at playing the game. That's just basic game design. And this game, for some reason, has invisible steps. And I even came across, I believe, an invisible pit at some point, which is like, wait, I'm walking on what appears to be floor, what appears to be platform in this platformer game that you've created. And all of a sudden, it's like some hidden stairs that I have to jump up that I can't see, that I can't do anything about except jump up, possibly to my death, because I don't know. I don't know what lies on the other side. And also, if you swat, like, you'll just see me die randomly on the screen at times, and that's when I'm trying to swat one of these. I think they're flies. I'm assuming they're flies. When I'm trying to swat one and I'm swatting against the side of the invisible stairs, I die. Also, I never once successfully jumped over one of these flies. And, like, here's the funny thing, you know, I scored some points, and the whole thing is that, like, if you, if you swat some flies and then you make it all the way to the top, you sort of bank those points. And yeah, I did that a couple of times. I'm watching footage of myself and I just saw myself take a cheap death, the exact sort that I've been telling you about. I know for a fact that me recording this audio and the video that I'm watching as I'm telling you about it will not sync up. Therefore, you will not have any, like, satisfaction to hearing me go, oh, about things happening on a screen that are not the same as the things that you're saying. That's for sure. Yeah. Anyway, so if you touch a fly, you die. If you swat the side of the invisible stairs, you die. If you fall onto a fly, you die. If there's just if you do anything, pretty much you can die. It's super easy to die in this game and super hard not to die. And the controls are bad in the menu. Like, the reason that I accidentally went back into the high scores a second time after showing you the high score list, on which someone has scored like 400,000 points in this game, which, like, I guess if you're really patient, like, see, I just wasn't patient, you know. If you just are super patient, you can just, you know, wait on the ladders and kill all the flies, maybe. But, like, I don't know, it's pretty hard, what with all the invisible stairs. And there's no, like, there's not a tutorial that explains these invisible stairs. You just run into them and find out. So the game is not good at teaching you to play the game. I expected minimal. And if you've played some of those early arcade games, some of them are not great, but they're okay. They're, like, moderately fun. You know, like some of those night driving kind of games where you're just, like, trying to stay in between the lines, like those kind of early games. Yeah, not great, but first of all, playable. Second of all, like, not throwing anything at you that you're not prepared for. And third of all, at least it's kind of like there's a certain soothing feeling of being able to just go in that game, and, you know, in any of those games, because there were actually several that meet this description. Anyway, but like this, you cannot get better at this game. You're constantly going to take deaths that are not good. The controls are mushy in the menu, let alone the game. They are also mushy in the game, and it is just so badly done. When my expectation was for it to not even be, like, it did not need to be that well done for me to be like, good job, budget game, I spent very little money on you and I am satisfied. I am not satisfied with this game. Anyway, let me put my final score on it, and then we shall be done. Okay, we're gonna give Alfred's Sneaky Meal 5 out of a possible 10 Google Stadia controllers, because Google Stadia is a really good controller for the PC. It really is. You just have to put it into Bluetooth mode, and they have a free website to do that. And once you do it, it just switches it over to Bluetooth, and it's awesome. I love it. It's my favorite controller. It's very chonk, very heft, stays charged for a long time, and feels good in the hand. Anyway, that's my... If you were wondering, like, hey, what's your pick for a really good PC gaming controller? Google Stadia, surprisingly, weirdly enough. I need to, like, go through my journey of controllers at some point, because it is absurd how many controllers I've been through to find that Google Stadia makes the best one. That's just what it is. I need to buy a couple more just as backup. In case anything happens to this one, you know? Anyway, for real, I'm not even joking about that. I literally might do that. Anyway, people, that's gonna do it for this one. I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.